Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. I'm Lisa from Down to Earth Gardening, and I'm so happy to be doing these videos for you. Today's video is on Clematis. Love Clematis. Beautiful climbing or draping flowering vine. I'm in 6A. For those of you joining me at home, always check your planting zone when you're planting your new plants. But what I want to talk about today is growing conditions for Clematis. I want to talk about how to select them. And today is also a little bit of a tour. I'm going to show you some gorgeous Clematis and let you know what a few of my favorites have been, and they've actually been really hardy in my zone here. So, growing conditions. It's really important to have pretty ideal growing conditions for your Clematis. They love full sun. So in order to achieve, optimal flowering, you want to put them in 6 hours minimum of sun per day. So with that said, here I have one of my Clematis that I've been kind of training to go down this rock wall here, and it barely gets a half a day. So this has been slow going. It's been here 3 or 4 years, but it's still flowering. This one here is called Gisela. Beautiful mauvey pink blooms. And it's a smaller vine too, I want to mention, this variety. It's about 4 to 5 feet in height, so it's also pretty appropriate for containers. But I have a few of these along the wall here, and they are creeping towards the sun and they are flowering. So full sun is really important. 2 is you want some well-drained soil. So nice soil, and if you can, add a little bit of nice compost. And then number 3 is they like neutral to slightly alkaline soil. So soil testing is always important when you're planting, or if you're struggling with something. If you have a Clematis and it's not flowering or not doing well, go ahead and test your soil, and that's going to be a really great thing for you to do. So next I want to talk about selecting your Clematis. So there's so many different varieties of Clematis, and what you can do to extend your flowering time on your Clematis is choose some different varieties. And so the Clematis falls into 3 different categories, which is important to know when thinking about flowering time, and also a side note to know for when you're caring for your Clematis. So category 1 would be the Clematis that are spring bloomers. Category 2 would be the Clematis that are repeat bloomers. So repeat bloomers are fantastic. Category 3 is going to be your late summer and your fall bloomers. So if you're a Clematis lover like I am, an ideal situation would be to choose a Clematis or more than one Clematis from each category, and then you can enjoy them through the seasons. All right, so last but not least, I want to give you a Clematis tour, and I want to talk about some of my favorites. And what I'm showing you has worked really great in my zone. So I love to test things out. My daughter and I plant things in our own yards before we recommend them to our clients and to all of you at home as well. So Clematis we can use as a privacy screen, as a backdrop in a garden, or an accent, or it can be the main act. So you're going to see a little bit of everything, and I am going to share with you some gorgeous Clematis. This pink beauty is called Sarah Elizabeth, and it has delicate pink blooms. It's a compact vine, so coming in at about 5 feet tall on average when mature, appropriate for zones 4 through 9, and it is a category 3 Clematis.
This clematis is called Bernardine, and it has icy blue 6-inch wide in diameter flowers. It's being used as a accent piece on a mailbox, so it's giving great curb appeal here. It's a compact vine. It comes in at around 4 feet tall when mature on average, and it's appropriate for zone 4 through 10, and it is a category 3. This is a stunning flowering vine here. This is called Crystal Fountain. It has a large semi-double flower, and it's violet blue in color, and it is even better in person. You'll see my granddaughter here who's admiring the flowers. It's growing on a pergola here in a cottage garden. It's more of a compact vine, coming in at about 4 to 7 feet tall or long, and planting zones 4 through 9, and it is a category 2. Our next clematis is Dr. Rupel, and it adds such a vibrant splash of color to the garden. It is climbing on a support, which is a pergola in the cottage garden, and it has a pretty large flower, lightly ruffled edges, and it is a moderate to slow grower, and it gets about 8 to 10 feet tall or draping if you're using it as a draping vine. It is great in zones 4 through 8, and it is a category 2 clematis. And here we have Jackmani clematis, which is so striking. It's a very popular clematis with its deep purple flowers, and it's very hardy, covered in dark purple blooms here. It gets about 7 to 15 feet tall or long, and the location of this one is camouflaging a gutter on the corner of a home. So it's a real beauty. It's a vigorous grower, and often you'll see it covering up some eyesores or undesirable locations around the home and garden. It's great in zones 4 through 11, and it is a category 3 clematis.
So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. As you all know at home, I love flowers and I'm passionate about gardening, so I appreciate all of you joining me. If you like this video, go ahead and tap like. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel and come on and have some gardening fun with us.